Hello guys, welcome to the flight today as we are down in Toulouse and we're going to be doing a flight to Lyon in the Phoenix AIRBUS A320. As you can see, I've got that in for the chat, as you can hear. So we're going to be doing Easyjet, taking her down from Toulouse to Lyon. We'll do a connecting flight to Venice and then get the aircraft all prepared and set to go. So I'm going to look at the charts, look at everything, get the aircraft all set up, ready to leave, and then we can prepare ourselves for our departure. So don't forget to like and subscribe guys, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you inside the cockpit ready to start this lovely Airbus up for our departure from Toulouse. So here we are in the Airbus A320. Go over, get the external power on, set the batteries 1 and 2, get all our fuel pumps all on and checked. Crew supply can go on the emergency lights, which are all set. Seatbelts, no smoking signs can both go on, get the beacon on, get nav 1, which we checked. Iris is 1, 2 and 3, which can go on, which are set. So I'm going to go down into the flight, we'll get Navigraph up, as we can check the routing that we've got for today. So our routing leaving out, we're going to be taking the Debes 5 hotel. So we'll get the ground charts in, so we can have a look at our taxi, which is going to be going for 14 right, which is going to be right down at the other end. So a little taxi straight down, so we'll start that off, go down to our departure, which is going to be the Debes 5 hotel, which is going to be right here. So here's the Debes, leaving out 14 right, so we're going to depart out. As soon as we leave down off of 14 right, we'll then hit 8 DME from the Toulouse VOR for the 117.7, make a right hand turn, which will then bring us in onto the 032 for Gallic. Then from Gallic to Debes, and then Debes, which will follow on for the rest of the flight. So that is start and all set. Coming in for Lyon. On the arrival for Lyon, we've got the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha 5 November. So we'll just get that up now. If we can find it. So there we are. That's a 5 November and Sierra. Okay, which is checked. So coming in from the VOR for the 11435, we're going to follow that all the way down into Rouen. We're going to take a right hand turn, 40 DME from the Lima Sierra Echo, which will be below 12,000, max 250, hit Durban for max 220, and then Talar, which will be the transition, which will lead us in for 11475 for San Expiry. So we can start that off as well. Okay, which is in. And then for the approach, we're coming in for 35 right. So we'll just take the ILS 435. Get the initial approach as well. So by other comment, just go by Talar. So we're going to be needing this one for the initial approach, since we're going to be hitting Talar. So from Talar, initial measure 35 right, 090. Coming down. Let's get 35 right for the final approach. Oh. 35 to the left, 35 right, final approach, there we go. Okay, so we'll sort that all out once we do get the aircraft all in and ready to go. So we're turning our screens on right now. We'll get the iris aligned. Do the first officers in just a few moments time, so we can get the IRS all set up and ready to go. So we've got Lima Foxtrot Bravo Oscar for Lima Foxtrot Lima Lima. Align the IRS, align on rev, which we can confirm, which is checked. Go in and get our weights all set as well, so we can see what we're dealing with today, so we can get our takeoff performance, etc. So mass and balance, this is all done by SimBrief. So it should all be there. If it's not, then we'll just set something up. Okay, so let's have a look at my flight. Tap that, get that all imported. Hope you guys are having a great day as we are ready to leave Toulouse. So mass balance. Okay. we've got 114 planned, 25 on for cargo, and 57 in the taxis 3. So we can load that instantly. So 55.6.28.1. 55.6.28.1, which is checked. And fuel leaving is 57. Okay, so that's 57. Back to the initial U24456, which will leave the flight number. Cost index today, leaving out on the charts, is going to be 50. And we're going for a flight level of 180. Okay, 180, which is in. Departure, leaving 14 right, as we said, departing out on the Depes 5 hotel. Okay, there's the Depes 5 hotel, which will punch in, which is checked. From Depes, I'll take the Golf 5 airway, which will take us to Men. Then from Men, we've got the Alpha 27. Which will take us to the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha VOR. Okay. So that's all in there. We can go in now for the arrival. The arrival coming in is for the ILS 35 right. Taking in the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha 5 November. Okay, there it is. And via Tallinn, there's Tallinn, which is in and checked. So we'll punch that in, just wait for the irises to become aligned. 3 minutes to go, so we're going to get the APU bleed on. We'll start the aircraft's APU systems up, and then we should be all ready and set to leave. So not too long to go now, 3 minutes, and then we'll start our pushback and get ready to depart. Jax, hello my man, hope you're doing well, pal. Yeah, wicked, you're going to do a flight from Gatwick to Pajama with the old Easyjet. Wicked, mate, wicked. Hope you're having a good day, my man. So I'm going to check the QNH now, so we can see exactly what QNH is, etc. for the departure. So we've got 070 at 6, fuel at 18, and 22.9, 1023 on the QNH. So 1023, 1023, 180 coming out on our initial. That'll be our flight level all the way up. Okay, 18. At the first officer's side, get all these panels lit up. 2 minutes to go. Check down the APU, which is starting up now, which is all checked. So that's all good for us there. Check the IRS. System 1, 2, and 3, which are going to be coming in. Go get our performance calculation just before we depart. So departure path, going to be leaving 14 right, sync that on the load sheet, sync the weather 070 at 6, 20 on the temperature 1023, calculate that up. Okay, 130, 135, 135, 1 up 0.4 and 68 on the temp, so 130 to 35. 135, flaps config 168 on the flex temp, which is checked, 14 on the reduction. 1 minute to go now until the aircrafts are fired up, and then we can call tug and get ready to depart. So the aircraft's fully configured now, pretty much ready to go. So by the time the tug comes, the IRS should then switch through. Company message, we'll quickly check that. We'll get the predicted wind shear, which will turn that off. Auto to auto. Standby to TA, which is checked. Okay. And we'll just quickly go over to the menu, check the load sheet, which is going to be in for us, and then we can get ready to go. Okay, +2, which is fine. We'll turn that back. On for the flight out, straight up to flight level 100, which should be nice for us today. So there's the IRS's come in. We can now get ready to push back. So, let's get ready to leave. Ground services. APU is now online. GPU chocks, forward stairs, which can be all turned off. We can connect the tug and get ready to leave. That's it, my man. You just keep at it, pal. You just keep at it. Well, they say early bird catches the worm. So tug's now coming in and ready for us to go. Tug's going to be connected. I'm going to release the parking brake, which is checked. Engine start, so ignition start. And we get ready for our pushback. Okay, so pushback's on. Engine number 2, which can come in. There's N2 now rising for engine number 2. Okay, which is checked. And we're going to push it back to the right. Okay, engine number 2 now coming in. Okay, we're going to stop us here, which will be fine, as we're lined up straight in for the taxi out. Straight out, turn left, all the way down to 14 right. So check the engines now. EGT's slowly increasing. Okay, that's engine number 2, which will come back. Which one for engine number 1? One 023 checks on both sides. 180, which is managed. N2 is increasing. EGT slowly increasing for engine number 1. And white tug's going off on 1 again. Stop him. Okay, so he's left. Get the parking brake back on, which is checked. As soon as he clears off, then we'll get the aircraft fully configured for the departure. Okay, there's engine number 1 switching over on the buses, which is fine. EGT slowly increasing for engine number 1. Wait for that to stabilise, and then we can switch over, turn the APU off, and get ready for our taxi. Engine mode can go over to north, APU bleed along with APU master switch, probe heats and window heats can both go on, which are checked. Everything overhead looks fine. Switch on for the systems. Okay, headings 251, 251, 251, which is fine. So we are pretty much now ready to go. So I'm going to get the aircraft configured for its takeoff config. Takeoff config number 1. Okay, and we've got a down 0.4. Okay, so we'll call it there. Do the takeoff config once we start departing out onto the taxiway. So bring the controls over, and we'll get ready to roll out to 14 right. Let's get the taxi charts so we can have a look, see where we are in conjunction to the runway. Okay, so we're going to come up, take a right, come out onto Sierra, or whiskey, hold for the Sierra 11, and then spin a right hand turn for 14 right. So we are now all ready to go. We go get our runway tunnel flights, which can go on and checked. Taxis can go off, and we are now ready to go. So release the parking brake, powering up, and get ready to leave a lovely Toulouse. So we're going to come out, make a slight right, then onto a left, and then follow that all the way down on 414 right. Departure's pretty simple, as we say, from 8 DME from the Toulouse VOR we take a left-hand turn onto the 032, which we follow that all the way up to the next current VOR, which is on the departure chart. For the arrival, we come in, we transition off at Tallinn for runway 35 right. So it should be a nice flight. We're going for a flight number 180 as well on the MCP altitude. So it's not very high at all. Should get some nice views in as well on the front of the scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And we've also got the update coming out, which is a week today, where we get that lovely Airbus A320, which I will definitely be taking out from Init Builds, as I did have that in X-Plane 11, so that's something really nice to have on board, and I'm sure everybody's going to be streaming that 100%. So checking out on the charts, we're going to come up, take a right hand turn, and then take that left all the way down to the bottom of 14 right. Everything is in managed mode. Auto brakes are max. Ground spoilers are armed, and we've got our flaps 1, which are down with 0.4 on the trim. Okay, takeoff config is normal. So swing round onto this right hand turn. Then we'll take this to the left coming up. Darky boy, good afternoon my man, hope you're doing well pal. So we're going to taxi all the way down to the end now, get a little bit of power in as well, get us down a little bit quicker. Then follow all the way down to Sierra 11, cross over the hold, and then line up for 14 right. 149 heading out on departure. And 023, set on the standby as well. 1023, which is set. Yeah, everything is set. So weather seems to be clear, 070 at 6 knots, so winds are calm for the departure out. Go and check down into Lyon to see what the winds are saying for that. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. It's because I want to keep it so I can see the autopilot and everything just a little bit more. Because if you're over here, like literally, like, there's nothing there. So that's why I keep it over to the right a little bit, just so I can see a little bit more instead of having to flick over and just look over like that. You see. Otherwise, you're just going to be looking at two screens, and you're going to have to keep doing this backwards and forwards, and it's just one of them things, you know. So I moved it across a little bit, so it just keeps everything in view, so I can see a few more things. Okay, so the departure is going to be that left-hand turn, as we can see, coming up. Yeah, because if it was like this, then like, it's just literally looking there, and then if something was to change or anything, you're gonna have to keep looking backwards and forwards like that. So keeping it across a little bit, it just got a few more things in view that you can actually see. And if something needs to be corrected, then you can do it. So we've got our last right hand turn, which is Sierra 10, and then we're going to cross the hold for Sierra 11. Once we get up in the air, then we'll check to see what the METARs are saying down in Lyon. Have a look. So this Sierra 11 coming up now. Yeah, slow the aircraft up. We'll get the strobes on just before we cross over the hold, so we haven't got to do that on the way up. So we've got the strobes on now. Nav 2, which can go on. We're going to cross over onto runway 14 right. So, cabin crew, take your seats for departure. Okay. There's our runway. We are now all ready to go. Okay, so as you roll through, we've got landing lights which can go all on and checked. We can power on up to around 50% and one. Just fall down on the column. Stabilized. And so there we go. So manual flex, SRS, runway, auto thrust balloon, thrust is set. On 100 knots, neutral on the column. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Here we go. Onto that left hand turn as we spin around. Overclocked can come in. Push down just a little. Okay, gear is up, no lights. As we catch a lovely view onto that left hand bend as we catch some lovely scenes. So we're going to follow this left hand turn out, departing out from the Toulouse VOR, so 0.8. We're going to make that left hand turn, then we follow up to the Gava VOR. Okay, slow retraction speed, just under 190. A little bit of wind. Okay, so that's retracted. They should go up. There we go. Then we're going to follow it up, passing through 10,000 feet up to 180 and then into a lovely Lyon. It's passing 210 on our speed. Autopilot can be engaged. QNHs can now go over. One and two. Okay, and we're all set now for a lovely Lyon. So we see what the scenery is saying down here. We can check down on the approach charts for Lyon when we come in for 3-5 right. So we've got him all starred off. Let's go in for the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha on the VOR, which is the 114.35. So we follow that down all the way onto the 063. 38 nautical miles until we hit the Rowan 110.25. Take a right hand turn below 12,000 on flight level for max 250 on our speed. 40 nautical miles from Lima Sierra Echo VOR, which is the San Zupuri. We then get max 22 at Durban. Take a right hand turn onto the 121. Tala is the transition. Then from Tala, the aircraft's going to roll us all round in 435. So we go down, we can have a look at our planner and see exactly what's going to go in on the arrival. So let's have a look. Okay, there's their speed. Okay, Charlie Foxtrot. Clear the flight discontinuity out. Okay, which is checked. And we also need to come through. So there's Deji. Then from the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha, we then take that right hand turn, which then leads us all the way through to Tala. Tala's then going to bring us all the way down. Then we just need to go down, disconnect that one, which probably won't let us until we take the manual out. Okay, take the manual out. Okay, and there we are, ready to come in and spin around onto runway 35 right. So that's the aircraft taken care of on the FMC front. Ground spoilers can now be disarmed. We can release the cabin, so they're all clear to go and do what they need to do. As we got for flight level 180 now, as the aircraft now climbs out on its departure for its climb out. So I hope you guys do enjoy the flight, do enjoy the content. Don't forget to like and subscribe, support the channel. Go check the recall. Recall's clear. System's normal. Climb's 89.2%. Fuel on board is 5,000. It's burned about 600 kilos from ground to now. Get the chrono on. It's been in the air for a few minutes anyway. So top of climb is just roughly around 15 nautical miles or so, not too far. TRA can now go on, which is checked. So they are the views of Toulouse. Oh, it's that right hand turn now. So we're now at our cruise of flight level 180, which will cut that on now for the next around 100 nautical miles or so, and then we'll come through and get ready for the arrival into Lyon. So we check the progress. Top of descent 146 nautical miles, there's cost index 50, which was a Mach decimal 74 on for the cruise. Should be a nice arrival in, on for the 3-5 right. We'll come to that swooping right, leaving off, and then we'll be around 40 nautical miles from the Lima Sierra Echo VOR, which will then bring us in for that left-hand turn in for runway 35 right. So you can see there's Talar. We're basically going to brake out onto a right-hand turn, then swing round onto a left. Now we'll have a look at the ILS approach, for the final approach. Coming in, we've got Inga for the initial fix, 3,000 feet onto the 354, descending down a 3-degree glide path. Depending on what our landing speed is going to be, that will then depend on your descent profile. So you can see here we've got our descent profile. It was coming in at 140 knots, it'd be around 743 feet per minute. As we can see, for the 3-degree glide path, missed approach point is 1 dB from the Lima Sierra November, or 2.9 from the Lima Sierra Echo. So from the localizer, it's going to be 1 nautical mile, 1 dB, which will be safe. Coming in from the VOR, it will be 2.9. With the localizer, if we were using it without glide slope, then we'd use it down onto the altitude to DME reference, which would be 6 DME to 750, 5 to 2430, 4 to 210, 3 to 1780, and then 2 nautical miles 1450. All of our fixes are in as well, 4.5 to 2260. So we can reference that once we come down onto the approach. We've got 111.5 for the Lima Sierra November, and we're coming in on a 354 degree path. Okay, runway's elevation 821. Miss approach, climb straight ahead to 5000 and inspect radar vectors. Miss approach without con failure, climb straight ahead at 1.83 meter LSE. Turn right, max 185 to intercept and follow the radial 015 to LSE, climb to 5000 at 29 nautical mile LSE. Turn right to join the RIP2 holding at 5000, acceleration accelerator calculated. So, on to Lyon we go. Then we'll ship down into Venice, and see what Venice has got in store for us on the arrival. Should be a nice flight. There's past 10,000 now, landing lights from tunnels, taxis can go off, cabin has been released. Daniel, good evening, good afternoon my man, hope you're doing well pal, it's nice to see you. We ain't got the sterile cockpit today either, so we've got the mic on so you can hear me when we come in for the approach, and we can get everything all ready and configured. But I hope you're doing well pal. As you see, we've got the RMI here, radio magnetic indicator, which shows the direction of the VORs. If we was using that like on the 747-200, we'd use the RMI, which would be right here. Yeah, 1013 for the standby. Weather seems to be quite calm. We'll see what it's saying down in Lyon. Wicked mate, hope you had a good time pal. How's the weather out there? Okay, Lyon, fuel at 2600, scattered at 230, 17 on the temperature, 1023, so variable at 3 knots. So it's still calmed down in Lyon. For the ultimate, Lima Foxtrot Mike Lima, 290 at 11 knots, we won't need to do a divert. Then we just get ready to swing onto that left hand turn, and then we'll go straight in onto that right and then start the approach down, get the aircraft fully configured in, and we're good to go. Oh, it's not bad, it's not bad. As long as it was warm, it hasn't started getting the like snow and everything. Because obviously the season, everything's over now, isn't it? So the temperature will start to drop, I should imagine, gradually as we run up into Christmas. The aircraft's going to bounce into a left hand turn any moment now. There's a left. So yeah, top of descent just midway from Tallinn. No, top of descent is just right there. Once past the Sierra Foxtrot, the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha VOR, and then we'll be moving it straight in. Okay, so we get the destination data already, and the aircraft's going to come down pretty sharp. Quite a bit shifty. So variable at 3, we're coming in for the 354 when on the approach. QNH is the same, 1023. 1023, temperature coming in is 17. Say 354 and 3 for the wind. Transition 5000, we can check that just to double check. So 5,000, which is there, which is trans level. Okay, which is also set. And the minimums coming in 827. So for the ILS 1021, 200 foot decision, 821 plus 200, which will be 1021, as we've got 821 for the airport's elevation. So 1021. Okay, 133 for the approach. Clean 205, slap retraction 183, slap retraction full 140. Okay, there's our top descent. So not very high today, only 180. So get a little look in down below on the ground, see what that's saying for us. I hope you guys are having a good day, good afternoon. And we'll see if we don't slam her into the ground. This evening we'll be back on, we're taking the PMDG 737-800 out. Okay, for Venice, we're coming in for the Venice Marco Pablo. Just going to get the charts and that ready, so lips. Once we make this right hand turn, we'll then start to get the aircraft configured for its arrival down into Lyon. So flight charts are done for Venice. Well, the AIRBUS 2 Echo coming in, departing the RealWorld 2 November. So as soon as we hit the ground, we'll park up, switch the flight plan over, refuel and get ready to leave for Venice. Departing out of Lyon, I should imagine it would be 35 left for departure, arriving in on 04 right in for Venice. So that'll be the AIRBUS 2 Echo we'll be coming in for. Our cost index of 30. And fuel. Be taking in, we've got a takeoff weight between 61.8 and 68.5 tons. So, should have a nice little flex speed coming out, that shouldn't be too bad. We've only got this right hand turn, we've got the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha VOR, which is right in front of us now. But we are then going to get ready to come in. So, now there's Charlie Foxtrot Alpha for the 11435. And we can see that coming in right there. So once we reach in, as you can see, we'll take that right hand turn to come through off of it. It'll be down here somewhere. Then we'll switch on to that 063. Track inbound to the 11025. Right hand max 250 below 12,000 for flight level 120. Max 220 for Durban. And then Taller is the transition, which we then come in for. And you see the initial approach, which is Taller. Then for Taller, basically going to come all the way down, and then we've got VN 108.2, which then swings it all the way through. So we check to make sure we've got VN as well. There's VN. Then on the decel, we then swing it round onto that left turn, which we can intercept then for the ILS. Okay, 19 nautical miles to go now until we do reach in from the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha. Hey, Butter Landon 001, thanks for subscribing, my man. Appreciate it, pal. I'd say our top of descent's probably around about 30 odd nautical miles, maybe 40, give or take. Progress, onto the berth, check that out. It's around 40 nautical miles, as you can see. That's going to be us coming in. And we start at top of descent, pull the plug, and down we come. So barrels 1021, elevation on the airport is 821, so 821 feet. Plus 200, which will be the 200 foot decision height for the 1021 coming down. If you're doing an R now, we did put an extra 50 onto that, so it'll be 1071. We'll be back here tonight. This evening we will be here. We'll be with the PMDG 737-800, and we'll be doing a lovely flight somewhere. Hey, Bud Landings. Hello, my man. Nice to have you with us, pal. Hope you're having a great afternoon. And just in time for the aircraft's arrival down into lovely Lyon. We have got Venice after as well, so do stay tuned and stuck in for that also. We've got a lovely Easyjet coming in. Great to see you, my man. Thanks for subscribing. I do appreciate the support, pal. So I've hit the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha. Ready to take that right hand turn now. It wasn't a very long flight, only averaged around 25-30 minutes flying time. Very short flight level as well. Around 20, just under 25 nautical miles into our top of descent now. Those are now track outbound from the Charlie Foxtrot Alpha. Just under 20 nautical miles. Gonna pin back 3,000 feet on the MCP altitude. Average is checked. Flight crew to get them ready to go. Kit edge is the same, 1023, down in Lyon from Toulouse, so we don't need to change that once we flick over, which will be fine. 5,000 feet transition, which will switch for the Q&H. Okay, just over 10 nautical miles now until we start at the top of descent. Off the aircraft, we're going to go in for our wave. So fuel on board 1 and 2, 59.6, so we could use that. Right as well, there we go. 35 right, just drive, plug meter. .6, so 56 on the dot. Okay. Okay. Hello my man, hope you're doing well pal. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Okay, so there's top of the descent. You can pull the plug now. There's our descent mode, altitude restricts, which are going to come in for level 100 for Takeoff, then 8,000 all the way down for 3,000 for the 3-degree glide path, coming in for runway 35 right. Okay, so let's kind of have a look at the airport down in Lyon. See what we've got. Coming in, we're coming in for 35 right, just double check that, 35 right, yeah. Okay, so 35 right, we'll take a medium auto brake, coming in, then we'll come for Victor 5, crossover Alpha 4, then back taxi onto Tango, which will take us in to stand. So just passing through 17,000 feet now, I'm going to get the runway and taxi lights on, which will be ready for us when we do come through. Check our headings on all sides, 080, 080. And we'll level off for flight level 100, and then get ready to come down for 8,000 feet, all the way down to 3, and then that'll be us in for the approach. Also check the approach onto the final. Got 111.5 coming in for the 354, 111.5, 353, 354, 3-degree glide path, which is in and checked as well. So that's all good for us. Reset the QNH, just have a look and see if anything's changed on the METARs. Nothing's changed on that front, which is fine. So let's get ready for Lyon and see what we can do on the landing. 8,000's in for flight level, as we can see on the PFD. There's Takeoff, then from Takeoff that right hand turn, then we swing a left straight from the Vienna VOR. Passing through flight level 156. It's around 20 nautical miles now before we spin that right. Okay, so passing through flight level 113, we've got landing lights now, passing through 10,000 feet, which are on. Ready for our right hand turn, just passing Takeoff, which is now transition in for runway 35 right. So buckle up, get ready to come in. Max 250 now speed. So we hold 8,000 feet to pass, speed limit exceeded, as we're going to slow down now, just from 2.9. So speed brake's quick. Okay, speed brakes are back in, they can be rearmed. So we'll see the airport over to our left once we break off this right hand turn. See some lovely views of Lyon. .3000, which is set for our intercept. Get landing system on. 23 nautical miles out before we come down. So you can see the next stop at the descent point, which is around 10 nautical miles from 8,000 feet. We'll descend it all the way down then to 3,000 and then the aircraft will then come around. See, Ingub, making that left hand turn all the way around. There's a Vienna VOR and fly all the way through. Passing through 8,008 now. We've got Lima Sierra Echo, which is down for the ILS, which is the 111.5, which is down on the bottom right next to the PFD. So it was 16.5 nautical miles out. Continue that descent from 8,000, which is right here, ready for us to come in. So for the approach checklist, we've got the auto brake, which is set to medium, ground spoilers are armed, we've got landing lights, which are on and set, cabin has been notified and ready. ILS for the landing system is already programmed for the 111.5 for the Lima Sierra Echo. It's currently now 15 nautical miles out from. Okay. So we'll cut the music down now so we can get ready for the approach. Then from Ingnev, there's that left hand turn which brings us in, and then there's the decel. Aircraft will start the descent now from 8,000 down to 3. Let's now switch on for the Vienna VOR. And we descend down for 3,000. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that into an open descent. Okay, then we can go direct in down onto Ingrid. Okay, dropping our speed down for 237. There'll be a 20 nautical miles spin around. We can cut that off, then go direct in for IGNIV. So we get the approach, IGNIVs and the initial fix. 6.9 DME is where we start the descent. Straight down onto the 3-degree glide path of the 354. We've got 133 coming in on the descent, which is probably going to give us around 700 feet per minute down on the 3-degree glide path. This approach point, 1 DME from the Lima Sierra November, or 2.9 from the VOR for the Sane XFury. So, there's our spin around time, 5,000 holding 240. I'm going to cut the aircraft in straight to IGNIV 1023, 1023, send that in onto a direct, and that should be us all ready to come in. Holding 240. Okay, 3,000 feet, just approaching 500 before. Okay, speed's back in. Okay, you go direct in. Okay. Go down to our clean speed, 205. Approach can be armed. Okay, I've just checked, we slow down now to 200. A bit choppy down here. Okay, we intercept down, and then with 6.5 nautical miles on the localizer, we then start the descent on the 3-degree glide path. So we start bringing the controls over. Okay, full flaps on the approach. Okay, so down to 175. That's one. Okay, runway's in sight. There's a localizer which is active. .5 DME, 6.5 DME we start to descend down. Volume 175. After arrival, we come off the Victor 5, take a left onto Alpha, back taxi Tango, and then come into stand. So there's guys coming in now, slowly but surely. Slow that down now to around 160. Now we'll go flaps 2. Okay, glide slopes in, get down. Okay, get down for 3 green. Collapse 3. Now collapse 4. So landing chassis is sort of brake set to medium, gears down 3 green, ground spoilers are armed, cabin is ready, signs are on, landing gear and lights are all down, and we are ready now for the arrival. Okay. So we can do a little bit of manual flying. I have control of the aircraft, so we're looking around 700 feet per minute on the descent.
$500. $100 above. Minimum.
Continue.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard.
Okay, ground spoilers are up and reversers are active. Okay, reversers can be stowed. All brakes can be disarmed. As we roll off now, with so we can get our landing lights, which can go off for now. Get the strobes on as we're going to come over 35 left. Okay, flaps going to be fully stowed. That spoiler's going to be stowed as well. Make that left across Alpha and then a left onto Tango. So there we are now, ready to come in. Crossing over 35 left. Down, maybe master switch can come on. Okay, then we're going to take a left-hand turn. Then we'll take the first right, come into stand, reload and get ready for Venice. So not this first right, second right, we're coming in for Tango Alpha. Okay, APUs available. And in we go. So parking brake, APUs on now. Switch off both engines, which are checked. Which are now ready to come in. Start deboarding in just a few moments time, and then we'll be back in a few minutes time to then do Venice. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Okay, so we're going to get the flight ready for our next leg, which is going to be from Lyon to Venice. So we'll get the aircraft all set up and ready to go. So everyone is going to be deboarded. I've got a new flight ready generated as well. So we'll go back here, import next flight. It's going to be in. So Lyon to Lips. Ground services is there. Go and get the aircraft fully loaded, which is instant. Should turn over the ground power. I've had that on for quite a while now. Turn that off. Just checked. Anything else which we've got to turn off. So, seatbelts, no one's on there. Everyone's getting ready to go. So the aircraft's already got the IRS aligned, so we don't have to worry too much about that today as we get ready to come out. So we're going from Lima Foxtrot, Lima Lima to Lima India Papa Zulu. Okay, which is going to be checked. Flight number U2445A. Check the cost index, see what we've got. Cost index of 30. Over a flight level of 330. And what we'll do is we'll make this a nice night flight as the aircraft gets ready to leave out. The sun can start to set down in a lovely Lyon. So let's go and get our weights and everything. Okay, it's boarded. So we've got 55.6 to 29.3. Okay, going out on our fuel, we've got 6.3 leaving. Okay, which is checked. Going out the flight plan, leaving out the departure, we've got 3.5 left, and we are going to be taking out the resort to November. Okay, there's the resort to November, put that in and insert. And now we're going to get our charts so we can see what's going on the route in today. So we'll go over to the Navigraph. Reload the next flight. Okay, get our ground charts. Start the airport off. Coming for departure for the Renos to November. Okay, so there's the Rizal. What Rizal are we going for? So let's get Rizal up. There's so many here. Okay, there we are, there's Resort. 2 November. Okay, so leaving 3.5 left, 4.2 from the Lima Sierra Echo VOR, 11475, take a right hand turn, which we are going to be taking to Venice. Okay. So that's fine, we'll start that off, and then coming in for the approach down, we have got runway 04 right. Well, that's going to lead us in on the AIRBUS 2 Echo. Okay, there's the AIRBUS 2 Echo. Okay, from AIRBUS max 230 for the Papa Zulu 655, make a left hand turn 5 nautical miles onto the 308, spin it round, and then we'll be max 210 for Papa Zulu 730. So Lorraine will be our transition, so we'll pop that in, we've got that start, then on for the approach 04 right. Okay, we'll take the RNF for 04 right. There's Laren as well, which is right in. Cardo, which is going to be for the initial fix. So let's just check that out. Just come through to Lauren and Cardo. Just leave it for Lauren, and that'll be fine as we're going to roll it. And then we'll come through. Okay, so let's get the flight plan all set in. Okay, from Rizal, Uniform Tango 47. for Mike 730. On the Mike 730. Then we've got direct to Nitam. From Nitam, we're then going to go in direct to Mogbo. Just put out to me. Okay, from Mogbo, we're then going to be going direct to Lorette. And from Lorette, take the mic 859. Which will lead us down to Bravo Oscar Alpha. Then the Yankee 504. Just take us to Ninham, the Zulu 43. Just take us to ASUS. Okay, from ASUS, insert that through, come in for the arrival. ASUS to Echo, I'm going to do the RNAV from 04 right. I'll take the ASUS 1 Echo, transition from Carter. So, as soon as that's us all ready and set to go, the APU bleed, get the master switch for the APU, which can go on. Get the seatbelt signs, which are all on and checked. No smokings, which are also on and set. Go in and get our perf. (1023) for the QNH, and the perf is going to be 130, 135, 135. Okay, flex 767, 1 up 02. Okay, which is all checked. APU we can check to see if that's rolling up, which it should do once it becomes available. So we'll start the APU, which will now come on, and then we can get ready for our pushback. .320 is going to be leaving out on the flight level. .333, which is set. APU is now coming to life. Once that does, you can tell all of the ground surfaces to leave. .1023 on the QNH was already there as well, which is fine. Okay, APU is available. This will show the ground power. Okay, everything on stairs and shocks can be left. Can connect the tug, which is ready. Parking brake, which is on. Engine starts, which can go on as well. Let's do 8 now. Tug is now in. Now we can now push it back. Parking brake off, engine number 2, which can go on. Throttle lever idle. There we go, throttle lever idle. Into that increasing for number 2. Okay. there's our stop sign. Okay, stop her through. Parking brake, which is set. Engine number 1 can now come in. Take a right onto Tango and then spin all the way down to the Alpha 9 hold. So that's engine number 2 coming over. Wait for the EGT to stabilise. We can hear it come over on the bus. Push that through. The APU bleed with APU, which can come on. Nav lights can go on. Switch down for flaps 1, which is checked. Which is down, and we've got around at 0.2, which is also set and checked. So everything else is all ready to go. Runway turn off lights, taxis can go on. Bring over the control column, release the parking brake, and then we are ready to go. So let's release the brakes, charge checked, and we can now power on up off of Tango onto runway 35. There. Maybe the tug's still on, not too sure. And there's the tug. Tug's now off. And down to 3.5, left we go. Take a left onto the Alpha 9. APU is going to go off. So brakes can be set to max. Ground spoilers, which can be armed. Okay. Got the takeoff config, which is there. We'll just test that up. Cabin's ready. Takeoff config normal. We are ready to go. Takes it all the way through, we're the last left. There's Alpha 9 just in front of us with white lights. So before takeoff, Charlie, it's all the brake is max. Ground spoilers are armed. Takeoff config is normal. Cabin's ready. Okay, as we've got everything all set and checked, we're going to turn the strobes on, so we haven't got to do that. Going past the hold short, we can go directly onto the runway. As we line up on 35 left. Okay, so we are now ready to go. So we'll push on, get our landing lights all on and checked. Nose can go to takeoff, everything is in managed mode. So without further ado, we can now push forward on the control column, powering up to 50%. Stabilised, and so we go. So we've got manual flex, 67, SRS, runway, auto thrust, balloon, and thrust is set. 100 knots, neutral on the column. V1, rotate. V2, positive rate, gear up. Right out now. How many tail lights? This goes to off. Flash levers to climb. And autopilot can go in. Ground spoilers which can go off. Then we'll take a lovely look outside as we depart through. AIRBUS A320, ready to go onto that right hand turn. As we leave out onto that right hand turn now, as we follow through, QNHs can now go back over to 1013, which are set and checked. 1 and 2 venting systems are both off, which are checked. Flight 6003. So we will be here this evening in the PMDG 737-800. We'll be doing full cockpit preparations, full procedures, and full arrival. We're using the Topcat performance charts, and we'll get all of our D rates along with our flex temps. So do stick around for that this evening. That'll be around 7:30 to 8 PM tonight. As we come through, passing through 9,300, landing lights can now be all turned off. The camera leaves the cabin, which are checked. As the sun now starts to set, we rise up for flight level 330. So as now pass through flight level 150, up for our flight level of 330, which is going to be our cruise altitude for this flight over to Venice. Not a very long one, maybe around 45 minutes to a 50-minute flight time, as we're arriving in the dark this evening, which should be something nice to see. Should be a nice arrival. So sit back, enjoy the flight, and I will see you when we come back to our top of descent. views as we climb through 180. Off to the left of us, all lit up between the mountains as we get ready to break off to that left-hand turn. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to like and subscribe, as we're always looking for new channel members. Thanks everybody who does support the channel. I really do appreciate the support. Okay, so 70 miles out. Overflew a little bit. Let's have a look. See what we've got coming in. Okay, so for the runway Cardo, go direct for. There we go. Okay, too steep. Top of this end, 10. Okay, throttles idle as we now get ready to descend on lovely Venice. Right, seatbelt signs going to go back on. Runway turn-off lights with our taxis which can go on as well as the aircraft now goes into its descent. What it is, we will go into an open descent, open the speed brakes. That brings down nice and quick. Spin around for Ricardo and then in we come. The aircraft's going to go on to a rapid descent now. So go get everything in, go get the METARs. There's a bit of a shot. So let's get the arrival data in. Go back. Arrival. So 210 at 3:16. Okay, QNH is going to be 1022. Which is in checked. 40 minimums coming in for Leipzig. BK, my man. Good evening, late afternoon, pal. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Yeah, overshot a little bit. Was having something to eat. Didn't realise that the aircraft had gone a little bit ski whiff. Later on this evening, around 8 PM British Standard Time or British Summer Time, we'll be trying out Svalbard, up in the lovely snowy parts. Trying the RNAV approach out, be on Norwegian for the PMDG 737-800, so that should be really nice as well. So we need to be coming down for 3,000 feet, which will be in, we're going to be using the LNAV and VNAV, so for the C350, which gives us 343, plus an extra 50 feet, which gives us a 393 on the decision height. So what was it, 350, so we're going to add 400, that goes 393. That'll be the decision. 133 coming in on the approach. So it's coming through flight level 21. Going straight now direct to Ricardo, which is straight in. Pass through flight level 200. So we leave that now into descent. That should then switch us through. Flight plan coming in. Soft descent. Ricardo flight level 100. So what we'll do is keep it down in vertical speed. Run that through normal. So ground speed is currently 433, so times that by 5, looking around 2,000 feet on the descent, leaving up to 2,500. Okay, 2,500, 137 from Ricardo, 2040-60, so it's still nice and low. And we've got a speed brake in now. Can arm that. Coming for low on the auto brake. Yeah, we'll try Svalbard this evening. Coming for the RNAV approach. Should be nice and snowy. Do the RNAV straight in, down into the snowy peaks. As I did try it a few weeks ago, but when I was having problems, I think it was with the OBS, it was causing the sim to crash. We just got after takeoff, and then we started running into a few problems, and the PC basically just decided to crash because of something or other. I should have saved the laptop. So, we shouldn't get that this evening when we go back for Norwegian. Yeah, we're down for 1,000 feet per minute. I think around 10 minutes. Distance to go 59,124 for Svalbard. Down to go 120. I need to go around 500 feet per minute. Very slow in on the descent. Up to a 2-2 for the QNH when we do arrive down. I'll make sure we use a Topcat performance for our departure out of our departure airport this evening. I forgot the name of it at the moment. So, coming down around 500 feet per minute now on a slow descent into Leipzig for lovely Venice. Yeah, a bit of choppy weather. To 8. So what we can do on the flight plan is we'll send it straight through, direct in, as we check down Ocado and then Kizev, so Laren's going to be there. And there's Kizev. Kizev's right there for 3,000 feet, so we'll put it in direct to Kizev. That points in, then we'll get straight in for the run. Now we send through flight level 145. Because at 4,003, we're going to go for 3,000 feet. The RNAV 04 right is there as well. See the lateral vertical deviation pop up on the PFD underneath and to the right hand side. Around 80 nautical miles now to go. Speed brakes are armed. Check the system. Recoil is fine. 88 nautical miles till we reach Kizev, and then from Kizev it's literally going to be 039, 3,000 feet, 4 nautical miles away. Then we start at 9.2 DME straight down, 13.2 from runway 04 right. See we're on the 3-degree glide path. This approach point is at 04 right. We've had an extra 50 feet to the minimum, so 343 for 350. We've added 400, which goes 493 on the decision. And for the arrival 133, which is going to be roughly between 660 and 690, I'd say, on the approach for the descent angle. So, should be all good. Max 160 knots at 5 nautical miles from touchdown. For RNAV system with holding functionality, for RNAV system without. And number 3 for flyover with holding pattern. 039 coming in. And if we're going to do the LPV, that would be the channel 65542 Echo 04 Alpha. Okay. So I'm going to hold the aircraft for 11,000, which you can stay for now. Okay, not too long, we are now in view, roughly around just under 80 nautical miles, 74 to go till we get to Kizev. Kizev is going to be just right near to the start of the descent profile. As I say, we'll see the lateral vertical deviation points come up on the right and bottom side of the PFD. And we'll activate the approach phase once we just pass Lyon. We're also going to hold down at 11,000 feet, so we can keep our speed up, and then we'll come straight into that descent and drop down. Okay, there's 11,000 feet, we'll hold 345 on our speed, showing decimal 363 on the mark. Okay. You can see as we come straight in for Ricardo, it's going to be straight down onto the runway. There's Kizev, there's the runway. Join straight on, we'll activate the approach, get down for 3,000 feet, as the FMC obviously says too steep descent, which is fine. We'll rock that in, get down for Kizev, 3,000, and then we'll be all set and ready to go. Activate the approach mode, which will then activate the approach on the top display of the PFD, and then we'll be all ready and set to come in. Got medium auto brake, or low auto brake. Just under 50 now, about 54 nautical miles. Get a flight recorder system in as well for the approach. Okay, 40 nautical miles to go. Okay, there's Kizev just coming into view now on the navigational display. $10,000 now. Put the aircraft down. Okay, just passing in 11. That's a little bit closer, 30 nautical miles. Once past under 10,000, we'll slow to 250 on our speed. And get the aircraft fully configured, ready for the Arno approach. .27 nautical miles. Manage motion, come in. Okay, open descent down to 3,000 feet. The brakes can now be opened. .20 nautical miles now, down to 3,000 feet, and keep the speed brake open. Now I'll drop the aircraft into a further descent, to an open descent mode. To 10,000, the landing lights can now go all on, runway turn-offs are on, cabin has been advised. Yeah, it's Venice, BK. It's the it's the Venice Marco Polo airport. Okay, then from Kazan with a Pampa Zulu 209, which will be in too steep descent. That's fine, it's going to come down to 3,000 off our own accord. Passing through 6009, transition 6000, 1022, 1022. It's no worries, my man, you're welcome. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do on the approach. Pass through 5008. As soon as you level off for 3000, I'm going to activate the approach mode. Aircraft will hold for 3000 feet until we start our 3-degree glide path, which you can see is going to be in. There is 3-degree glide path, 9 miles straight down, and 9 miles starts at 9.2 miles all the way down on 3-degree glide path. So 9.2 to 9, 3 degrees, which is perfect. Okay, it's 3005. The aircraft slow down now, it's going to go down to 180 and 200. Okay. Speed brake's going to go back in now. We can be fully armed. Approach can be armed as well for 3000 feet. Approach nav, which is checked. Slow down now 200. Drop down into flaps 1. Obviously the lateral vertical deviation points show up just before we start the descent. Okay, flaps 1, which is in. Okay, there's our left. Approach nav is locked. Okay, here's where we're going to start our top descent down to 180, flaps 2, gear down. There's lateral and vertical deviation points. Coming into the aircraft will now start to descend. Yeah, it's no worries, my man. It just isn't. It's just not updating with the flight control for the stats. Okay, we're down to 4 flaps now. Okay, passing 2003. Auto brake on low. .2000 feet. Hey, Lancelot, gear down, 3 green, got the signs which are on, cabin is ready, spoilers are armed, flaps are full and set, auto brakes on low, and we are fully configured now for the approach. 393, 343 with plus 50, 393 is going to be in for the minimum. Okay, so here we go. Okay, 1000 feet AGL.
$500. 100 above. Minimum. $50, $40, $30, $10.
Okay, and here we are down in a lovely Venice, guys. So stay tuned, we'll get the flight replays. Hey BK, thanks my man. We'll check out the replay. We did do a little bounce. We'll check out the replay though, thanks my man. As we now taxi to the stand. Hey, here we come. Okay, so we'll check out the replay and see what happened. Take it easy guys, thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you when we get back later on this evening when we fly to Svalbard. So I'll see you soon, take care, bye bye.